In Atlanta in May, a newcomer named Mark Miller smoked the field. It was his first Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup start. Out west at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, it was Todd Lamb getting by Miller to take his first career win. Can these two stay hot when the Tour hits New Jersey, or will one of these guys cool them off? Welcome to New Jersey Motorsports Park. We're in Millville, New Jersey for the Mazda Formula X weekend. Today, coverage of the 2009 Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup. Hello again, everyone. I'm Rick Benjamin. Elliot Forbes-Robinson alongside Derek Bernasiglio will have our coverage along pit road. Unusual weekend for these Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup stars. First of two races on the same racetrack. We'll have a couple of these doubleheaders this weekend. And Elliot, a guy we saw first at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, has been very quick so far.
Yeah, Todd Lamb had a great weekend out there, sat on the pole, won the race. He's on the pole again, and he's doing it in style, and we'll see if he can really come out and dominate the race again this weekend. And
joining Todd on the front row, a young guy named Brett Smurs from Idaho. He's doing double duty here. He'll run the Skip Barber National Championship, which is also powered by Mazda. We'll see if the extra seat time might help him at all. Doubleheader weekend, what kind of strategy does that mean for these teams?
Well, one thing it does do is that the guys are going to have to be careful they don't damage the car because they have overnight to fix it, and that's all. So big body damage means they may not race tomorrow.
Well, let's catch up with our pole sitter today. Derek Bernasiglio talked with him earlier.
Todd Lamb only needed 5 minutes out on the track for qualifying, but Todd, was 5 minutes all that you needed?
Derek, yeah, we got the job done early. We knew that we had to go out and turn a fast lap right away, and I think it was the second or third lap we did it. We came around, it was 34.777. We thought that was lucky enough, so we came in.
Car's real fast. How's the driver?
I'm doing well. The you know, it's great to have an all-AMG front row. Brett did a great job out there. It's fantastic to see him coming along. And you know, I'm just real excited. The track meet Lunacy Mazda is flying today. So,
well, guys, keep an eye on that front row. Todd Lamb picks up his second consecutive pole.
Todd Lamb will certainly be one of the guys we'll be watching today. 20 cars in our starting lineup this afternoon for the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup. There's Todd Lamb in the 84. He'll start on the pole out of Atlanta, Georgia. Ran a lap of 1:34.77. Alongside him, young Brett Smurs from Idaho. He's doing double duty here this week. He'll run one of the open wheel series here as well. Very close qualifying up front. Mark Miller, who won the season opener at Road Atlanta, and Mark Jenkins in the Traxxas machine. He is out of the Dallas, Texas area. He'll start outside row 2. Young Zach Ply, rookie of the series this season, starts 5th. And Justin Piscatell, great story, Elliot. He won the Mazda Speed Scholarship to run this series, didn't he?
Yeah, isn't it great that Mazda does this, where you win a series, you move on. The winner of this series also, they pay to have him move on. But Piscatell did a great job there, and now he's getting the rewards from it. Chris
Rhodes, Mike Jenkins in the 4th row. We move you back to row number 5. 10 rows of drivers ready to do battle. Aaron Balcasian, he's the principal in Team Alara. He's the guy you were saying says, hey, I can pass here. This will work out. His teammate Lionel Kent in the 5th row. Kent was the pole sitter at Road Atlanta in the season opener. Tim Probert, Nick Mancuso out of the Chicago area, a young driver with very high hopes. He struggled the first couple of races. This is difficult racing. Jeff Mosing, Stan Wilson in the 7th row. These cars aren't easy to drive, are they, Elliot?
No, they aren't. And look at Stan Wilson. He's sitting way back there in the 7th row, and he was on the podium at the last race. You know, you have to be on top of your game in every aspect of it when you come in this, because the cars are so close and qualifying is so close. If you make a slight mistake, you're back at the back.
Al Caiola, Michael Vitarelli starting at the back of the grid here today. Caiola's had difficulties in the first 2 races of the season, really struggling to kind of find his way here, and Vitarelli making his first start with us here in 2009. That beautiful Mazda RX-8 pace car out on the course here at New Jersey Motorsports Park. It's about 2¼ miles around here. 12 turns, pretty darn challenging. On the backside, Elliot, they've added a little chicane there.
Well, they do. In the turn 3A and B area, it's going to be tough for them to pass some of the guys you're used to going around. Turn 1 is really the definitive passing area on the track. But turn 8 is a very tough corner. The guys are going to have to try and stay on the track.
Finding a place to pass could be tough here as well. One of the things, Elliot, that I learned when I was here last year, and you and I were here in the fall, a lot of drivers think that you know, you can put a wheel off here pretty easy. It's hard to see around some of these corners, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's you can see the apex, and as you're coming to the apex, the exit of the corner where you're looking next, where you want to end up, is actually blind. If you carry too much speed across the apex, you can run off the track.
Under the bridge, out onto the front straightaway, getting set to go green. We're thrilled to have you with us for Mazda Formula X. And we are underway. Lamb in that 84, the blue car, alongside his Smurs as they fight it out, heading down toward, well, look at him, 5 wide.
Boy, it's great. Look at Mark Miller getting down the inside. Looks like he's going to, actually, Smurs has lost a couple spots there. It looks like it's going to be Mark Miller and Lamb again, the same way it was at Laguna Seca.
Everybody's settling down. One car off, though, already. That looks like one of Randy Hale's cars. That might be Hale getting off there, coming off through turn 2 or 3, and it is. Randy Hale in the 21 from Connecticut. Started back at 18th spot, spun early here. Let's take a look.
Looks like he tried to go around the outside when it's already too wide. It's not that wide there at that spot in the track, and there's no room to go. But, you know, that's what happens here. When you try around the outside, you get tapped from the back, and it's going to happen. Oh, there's another car off.
This is an indication of what we were talking about. These guys consider it kind of narrow here, and you've got to really be careful to keep all 4 wheels on the asphalt. Yeah,
but that's part of the game. You know, you have to keep it on the track to go fast. But there is a lot of places here where it's easy to slide off. It looks like Todd's already building out a little bit of a lead here. Coming through, looks like 7 to 8 here.
Todd Lamb out in front by about 5 car lengths. Mark Miller. These are the 2 drivers who won the first 2 rounds of this series, the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup. Lamb was the dominant player at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca a few weeks ago, and trouble for the 29 car.
Mancuso is having a problem.
Nick Mancuso from Ottawa, Illinois, and the tire line of machine. Looks like, I think that might have been contact with Randy Hale. I think he was the car that maybe got into Hale there going into 1.
Well, it might have been. It looked like Hale was hitting the back, though, so, you know, maybe there was some other action out there that we kind of missed. And, you know, the other thing that's going to happen here, we might see, is that now Todd Lamb is going out really quite hard here, and there is a problem with managing tires here. On a hot day like this, the guys go out, if you run really hard, there is a chance that your tires are going to go off and you'll be slowing down, and somebody who's saved their tires will be able to come back at you. We'll see how that works out.
Brett Smurs in the 6. That's the red car, made that bonsai move to the inside. Now he started on the front row, got shuffled back on the initial drop of the green. Mancuso's on pit road in the tire line at 29. We see Smurs has worked his way up to 4th. Zach Ply runs 3rd. That clock in the top right corner of your screen, these are timed events. We've got about 37.5 minutes to go. Here's your top 5. Todd Lamb out in front, Miller, Ply 3rd, Smurs, and then Mark Jenkins in 5th spot. And another car off. Is that Smurs? Yes, it is.
Looks like it is, yeah.
Wow, Brett Smurs from Idaho going way off in the weeds there.
He's making this difficult for himself, I think. You know, giving the guys a head start at the beginning and then coming back up to it and doing it again. But, you know, when you're trying hard to get back up, it's tough. Now, here he look, he got into a slide early. He knew he was too fast in that corner, turned forward, and got sideways on him.
Did he drop his right front off the pavement on the inside of the corner there?
No, actually, the car was sideways before he ever got to the apex because, you know, he's on the brakes trying to get the thing turned because he knows he's a little fast, and it got sideways, and then when he caught it, it went off the course because there's nothing else he could do. But it was a nice save anyway. He was able to at least keep going.
Working lap number 2. Looks like Mancuso's back on pit road in the 29 car, or leaving pit road, actually. Coming off pit road, they fixed the body damage on the 29, and Nick Mancuso will get back in the chase. But at this stage of the game, he's just looking for seat time and experience. Let's get more on pit road for us today. Derek Pertisiglio.
Well, guys, I was down in the MER pit yesterday talking with Jason Sani and Eric Foss, who were the defending champions of this series. They both won it in 2007 and 2008. And Jason Sani said, you need a consistent car here. You don't need a car that's good at the beginning or the end. You need a car that handles consistently from the start of the race right to the end of the race, because track position is so important. The groove is very narrow, and it's very tough to pass here.
All right, Derek, we'll keep you posted, and you'll keep us posted from pit road as well. 36 minutes to go. There's Randy Hale's machine on the front straightaway going by us. The Patron Tequila car got wrapped up in that incident in turn 1. Leaders starting to gap the field here a good bit. Lamb over Miller by about, what, 7 or 8 car lengths, Ellie?
Yeah, but it looks like Miller is actually collecting back up again. So I think we're in for a really good race as this goes on, because Miller's coming up. You know, what Derek brought up there is the fact that the past 2 champions, the MER guys, are back helping all their drivers. Yeah. And those guys have gone off under the scholarship to do the World Challenge, which, by the way, they're both doing very well at, finishing up in the top 3 in the series last year for Sani, his first year there. And from what I heard from Foss, he was on the pole at Mosport. So, you know, the guys are in this series. You know, you look, oh, they're little cars. You know, this isn't hard to drive. But the fact is, these guys learn so much here. When they move to another series, they're right at the top of it. Todd Lamb trying to win back-to-back Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup rounds. We'll be right back with more of the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup at New Jersey Motorsports Park. Our coverage today of the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup being brought to you by Mazda. On any given weekend, more Mazdas are road race than any other brand. By BF Goodrich Tires, take control. And by Playboy Magazine, the ride of your life. Pick up your copy today.